It is a little after 5:30. Let's get started. This is a City of Urbana Human Relations Commission meeting, Tuesday, July 16th, 2024, 5:30 p.m. The meeting is called to order. Tom, can we get a roll call, please?
Peter Resnick.
Here.
Greg Schroeder.
Here.
Vahagan Shiflikan.
Here remotely.
Jerry Fry.
Here.
Shalini Smith.
Here.
Ann Panthen.
Here. Thank you. So we have an agenda, and I'm wondering if anyone has an addition to the agenda tonight. Nope. Right. So this is the exciting part of the agenda. We have a new commissioner. We have here with us today Jerry Fry. And Jerry, I have your information here, but why don't you tell us a little about yourself and also what your interest is in being on this particular. Thank you. No. I am not quite sure, but I thought no would help. Okay. Anyway, go ahead, Jerry.
I'm Jerry Fry. I've been a resident of Urbana for 25 years, give or take. Married, live on McHenry Street near Race Street. Went to the South Urbana Neighborhood Association meeting some months ago and learned about an opening on this commission. I'm interested in equal opportunity employment, interested in human rights, interested in, I think, what this commission stands for and hopes to accomplish. Have no experience in regards to this sort of a commission, but have been an employer, have been an employee for lots of years, lots and lots of years. So I have, I've been the person hiring people and have tried to make it my practice to be fair in that hiring practice of people. So I felt like it might be a good fit and talked with Carla at that meeting and followed up with an application.
Okay. Well, let me thank you for doing that. The City of Urbana has, a whole long list of commissions and boards, and to my knowledge, they're always recruiting for one or another, and so that is our situation as well. And having you join us is really great because we have room for 9, and we're trying to fill 9 seats. So if you know of anyone, don't hesitate to send them to Carla.
Welcome.
And welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's do approval of minutes of the June 11, 2024 meeting.
I'll put that forward.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Public input. Seeing none, we will move on to unfinished business. We don't have any unfinished business. We're moving on. New business. Acceptance of automatic EEO certifications. So we would like a motion just to approve the 2 applications that are automatic approval, which means they're 14 employees or under. And we have 2 this this meeting, so we just need a motion.
So moved?
Second.
Any discussion? No? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Bahagan?
Aye.
Thank you. All right. Item 2, under new business, consideration of EEO workforce statistics. Do we want to do an omnibus?
Yes, I can take care of that. Okay, I'll put forth a motion. So all of the following businesses we're recommending 2 years for. Koenig Body and Equipment, Blager Concrete Company, Brycer LLC, SNC Construction, and Varsity Striping and Construction Co. All for 2 years. And then for 1 year, Twin Lakes Fire Service, Pipeworks Incorporated, Kirby and Turner Masonry, and Western Waterproofing Company. And then we have one for 6 months, and that is Andrews Technology HMS Incorporated.
I'll second that.
Any discussion?
The recommendation seemed fine this month. No problems.
Greg, did you have?
I was just curious about the Andrews reusing data 3 periods in a row. You're in communication with them on that? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
But we want to move forward, keeping them in the 6 months.
They had, they've had some inconsistency with filing new reports. And we really needed to explain that to them, what the expectation was, to show what kind of turnover they were really having. And so it was my suggestion that we just go ahead with a 6-month time right now to be sure that they're just following the usual guideline. Didn't quite understand exactly how that all was happening back there, but as I looked at the reports, I realized these are just having the same things over and over. So the other thing was they have recently been merging with another company, and so we're hopeful that'll have some difference in quality control and good faith efforts and so forth.
I don't have this right in front of me yet, but is this the company that is very small?
Yeah, it is rather small.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they do like, what is it, time clocks or?
And
Well,
they help with our payroll right
Right.
now.
I'm sure it's not a time clock anymore.
Yeah, it's only 28 employees.
Yeah, yeah.
And their numbers overall are, not unreasonable. It's just, they got to file the right stuff.
Okay. Any other comments or discussion on this list of EEO certifications? No? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, thank you for that. Number 3, under new business, changes to the process for automatic EEO certifications. Carla, did you have?
The office was looking at, I know there's a process that you got for us to change anything, and so we wanted to start the conversation and discussion on perhaps, instead of us having to bring the 14 and under companies to you, that we could change the process where if they are 14 and under, they automatically get the certification. We give them the 2 years, but we don't have to do all the legwork and bring it to you. That it's understood that if they were under 14 and under, that they were automatically certified.
Okay,
But we know you can't make you can't make a vote on this one, so we wanted to start the conversation so that at some later date, you could
Okay.
make a vote for it.
Pete? Nope. Greg?
Are employers aware of our 14 and under policy?
I don't know that we've had any conversations specifically like that. Other than the idea that it's a law, they may or may not know that law, just like we all had to be refreshed on it here.
I was just curious if it could somehow be a limiting factor of, if they have 14, they're thinking about hiring a 15th, and our approach is what keeps them from hiring that extra job.
We haven't, I know I haven't expressed that with any employer, and we still require them to go through the process. Nothing is automatic, well, you're automatically, no, they still have to go through the process, and we haven't voiced anything outside of that.
So your office would do everything that you currently do, but you wouldn't bring it forward? And would we know of it at all, or?
I think we could just simply announce it as opposed to needing to vote on it each time, and we would not necessarily have to do a,
The whole,
The
right, right, right.
rationale sheet.
yeah.
Yeah, right. I think that is totally appropriate. Anyone have any?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to ask. So long as it appears in the packet that these companies, were under 14, that way, if they're, even if you just include their application, that way, if there's something funky that we need to revisit our policy, or we say, wait a minute, we want to discuss this particular thing for whatever reason, we're at least officially notified that those exist. So I think that's fine.
Any other discussion on that particular topic? Anyone? No?
So this could then be a vote at the next meeting to confirm. If you-
And so you two will prepare some change to our bylaws for this, or where is this documented?
I think it's documented in our process manual, so that could be something that we could change, I believe, within the,
right.
within the commission. It's not a part of the ordinance.
Right.
Okay, well, great. Number 4, annual election of officers. Is it that time?
How'd that happen?
Wow.
This is the first meeting of the fiscal year, so in July.
Didn't even think of it that way. Okay. Well, I was here for the last one, obviously, but I don't remember what we did.
I believe you may have taken nominations from the floor
Okay,
and then opened the nominations and then closed the nominations and then voted.
okay. All right.
So I will just be polite and ask, is the chair willing to serve again for another year?
The chair is.
All right, well then, I move that, I nominate Ann to be chair once again. I think we need a second for that.
Second?
I move to close the nominations.
And
Is there anyone else who would like to self-nominate?
any other nominations from the floor? Bahagan?
Nope.
Okay. All right, then, that's that.
Well, I think you have to take you have to take the motion and
Okay.
call the question.
Okay. So the motion is to nominate me again, right?
Or for you to be chair again.
Right, to be chair again. So then we vote. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone
Aye.
anyone not in favor?
You didn't yell out loud enough.
We don't have any other,
Vice Chair. So
oh, I forgot.
I will ask the same question of Shalini. Are you okay to be nominated for a second term?
Yes, I will continue to be vice chair as long as you guys vote me in, I guess.
All right, so I will nominate Shalini for Vice Chair.
Seconded.
And I move to close the nominations.
Okay. All right. Any other nominations? No, it's closed. All in favor of Shalini Smith being the vice chair?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye,
Aye.
Am I actually supposed to vote on this?
Aye.
one? Oh, aye.
yes.
You're allowed.
Go ahead. That was pretty easy. Okay. The officers' report. Carla?
Thank you.
Okay, there's still one active complaint. We are in the process of collecting interrogatories. That's basically collecting evidence of what people are saying happened. Still in that process. For contacts and informal complaints, I had one person was terminated from employment and believed they were wrongfully terminated. The employer was located in Champaign, so no, there's no jurisdiction for us. I referred them to the City of Champaign's Equity and Engagement Office. One person wanted assistance with getting their lease revised so their partner could live in the apartment. There's no jurisdiction over that issue either. I had another person seeking assistance with obtaining a lawyer for what they believed to be a wrongful termination. Their employer is located in Danville, so there's no jurisdiction, but I did refer them to the Danville Human Relations Office. And person having trouble with air conditioner, no jurisdiction, but referred them to Community Development Department. Other office activity, I co-facilitated a Government 101 workshop with the New American Welcome Center for Service Providers. They provided valuable information for developing a workshop for our immigrant population. And we're going to be repeating that Government 101 workshop, but it's going to be for residents and new arrivals. And so we wanted to, get information from the service providers with what would be the best way for us to present this information and what we needed to do logistically and things like that. And so we got a lot of great information from them for that, and then we're moving forward with that. And so during Welcome Week, we will have the Government 101 for the community at large. The City of Urbana's Juneteenth celebrations on June 14th and 18th were a huge success for the community. We got a lot of good feedback. People really enjoyed it. They enjoyed having the meal outside and getting to know different people. I was pleasantly surprised when people from the community that we had sent invitations to came and really enjoyed sitting with different. I was like, "Got to sit with somebody different," and they were doing that, so it was really nice. We had a wonderful committee that put both events on, and the best committee to work with. That's all I can say. They were the best committee to work with. Both Tom and I participated in recruitment opportunities at the Urbana Park District's Juneteenth celebration on June 16th, where I did get one inquiry, and they also did a follow-up. They had to ensure that there were no conflicts of interest with their job, and so we're still in that process of finding out if that person would be able to serve. If they are, then we'll move forward with that application. We also participated in recruitment at the Jetty Roads Day celebration in King Park on June 22nd, at the Market on the Square on June 29th, where I did get another inquiry. I had several inquiries, but one actually followed up before I made it home. I had an inquiry in my inbox, and so I'm in conversations with that person too. They wanted some extra information, so I sent that to them. And so hopefully they'll respond back. I'm going to reach out to both of those inquiries tomorrow, just to follow up, because I wanted to give them some time to think about what I sent them, read what I sent them, and then I'll circle back around to them. And I also met with the business manager of the Laborers International Union of North America, Local Union 703, to discuss networking opportunities to promote outreach and recruitment of a diverse workforce. I know that's something that Mr. Resnick and I have been working on. We met I think we met the day after our last meeting, and I reached out to a family member who was part of a union to find out, okay, how do we approach unions, to get the conversation started. He connected me with this local union representative, and so he introduced us. I scheduled an appointment to meet with the person. I met with them, had a really good conversation with them. We shared. He's very interested in providing opportunities for a diverse workforce. He's eagerly looking for that. He has done some things already to try to diversify the workforce, available workforce for the unions. He also shared with me that there are programs where someone could, I think, purchase or sign up and pay a fee, and they would be on a list that once they went through all of the other lists of those that are already in the union for available work, and then they would go down to that list where they could get work, and it's kind of like a test run to see, so they can. And he said, he goes, I could probably guarantee them getting some work. He goes, I'll probably get to that list because we have more work than we have bodies. So it was a really good meeting. I'm going to connect them with some other groups in the community where they can do some more outreach with a diverse population.
Is that the only union?
No.
Well, I know.
Through a list.
That is
Is there a
one.
long list?
But I also forgot. He said that he's willing to host a breakfast or host a meeting where he could invite all of the other business managers in, or he's willing to go out. He was really eager to want to try to do things because he says it benefits his organization as well as,
Sure.
what we're trying to accomplish.
Did he have any particular ideas about our procedures and how we would fit that in, or did you not get that far?
We didn't get that far.
Okay.
What I did was I gave him a copy of our policy, or not policy,
Ordinance?
procedure manual.
Oh, yeah,
Copy
yeah.
of the ordinance, and then a copy of the application, so he could see what people are what we're asking of the employers.
That all sounds great.
I left very excited. I did, because I was like, oh, yeah, this is great.
I went to the Jetty Roads event. That was the one at King Park, Jetty Roads. It was very hot, but they had some good music. So that was as usual, I will say, if you have a chance to join Tom and Carla or whoever goes, it is really enjoyable. And sometimes you get free food, but it's a great thing to do. You get to talk to a lot of folks from Urbana and all around, really, and it's really worth your time to go. Carla?
I also forgot 2 more outreach events. Tom went to the Ambucks and Larson Park Neighborhood Nights on July 3rd and on July 10th.
Okay.
Ambucks was on the 3rd, Larson was on the 10th.
And those are Park District events, I think, yeah. And they do them regularly at parks around
Several Wednesdays
the
each
city.
summer.
Yep, okay. Yes?
Just a couple of quick questions from the beginning of the report. The act of complaint, is it employment or housing?
It's employment.
It's employment. And I only ask because of our test procedure and whether something like that is coming up. I'm always keeping an eye out. The other question, the lease change with the partner. So I take it they didn't have the impression that they were being refused lease change because they were in some protected class or nothing like that. Okay.
It was, I believe it's a 4-bedroom rental, and this person wanted the partner to be able to stay in the bedroom,
Gotcha.
but
It
they
would have been
shared
a-
with a common area.
It would have
Shared
been a
common area.
5-person.
It would have been 5 persons.
Got it.
Okay, thank you. Announcements. This commission has openings. Down to 3. That's pretty exciting. So if you know of anyone in Urbana, please, that would be interested, please get a hold of us. Okay, our next scheduled meeting, Tuesday, August 20 at 5:30 PM right here. And unless there are other comments or questions, I think, no. Bahagan?
Nope.
Okay, this meeting is adjourned.